crazy. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted, and then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering what in the world did I do? Oh, crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you.
I tried for a long, long time, but couldn't get you off my mind. So I decide to take a little ride, stop by, say hi. I didn't come here to write a book or paint a picture or promise the stars up in the sky. I come here to tell you, I want to tell you, I'm gonna love you till the day I die. I remember.
Congratulations! 40 years of marriage is an amazing accomplishment.
Yes, it is. It's a very momentous occasion, and we and your friends and family wanted to use this opportunity to say a few words to you.
So to start off, I wanted to talk about my initial impression of you as a couple from my very first trip to Texas those many years ago. I remember I was very nervous about meeting Clay's parents, but what sticks in my mind today is how immediately you both put me at ease, made me feel really welcome and comfortable in your home. You were both so kind and friendly and welcoming, and now 10 or so years later as your daughter-in-law, you continue to make me feel really comfortable and loved and very special and part of the family, and I feel really honoured to have you as my in-laws.
And I feel very fortunate to have had you as my parents and to be able to grow up and watch your marriage as a model for what a great marriage is. And I think for Holly and I together in our marriage, we definitely look up to you as mentors and look at your relationship as an ideal relationship, or certainly a great relationship, something that we should try to strive for in our own lives. So we're really proud to be celebrating with you on this 40th anniversary.
Some of my observations of you as a couple, I noticed that you have a lot of laughter in your marriage, that seems like something that could easily fade away after the years. So it's really nice to see that 40 years of marriage and you're still sharing jokes regularly, laughing with each other and sometimes at each other, and how the humour and laughter is so present in your relationship is lovely to see. I also really like how you still go on regular dates, you try out new restaurants, you go to the cinema, you still make time for each other regularly, even though you both have your separate interests. You consistently go on dates and spend time together as a couple, and I think that's really wonderful, and so, something I hope Clay and I will be doing many years from now too.
And one of my favorite parts of you two as a couple is the quarter bets. I think that's a really fun game that you guys have put together and continue to do, and it strikes me as something that a lot of people in their relationships, as time goes on, they would allow these little misremembered events or differences of opinion about something that may have happened in the past to really get in the way of their relationship and really cause some strife to them as a couple. And you guys, by creating this quarterback game, have really gone above and beyond that. And the fact that you both readily admit when you're wrong and pay the quarter over and fill your quarter jars is a really great way to do that. So I know for Holly and I, when we look at things like that, it really helps us in our relationship try to pick out what's important and what's not important, and to be able to laugh at things that maybe other people aren't so good at. So again, we just want to say congratulations. We love you. We're really proud of you getting to 40 years, and we hope to celebrate many more with you as well.
Congratulations.
Bye.
Congratulations, Dan and Debbie, on 40 years of being married. That is a very awesome accomplishment. Tiffany and I and all of our 3 kids, I just want to say how much you mean to us and how happy we are that you're such a big part of our lives.
And thinking about things that I could say about the two of you and 40 years of marriage, I think the first thing that comes to mind is obviously there's a lot of love. To be married for 40 years, you have to really love somebody to get through the thick and the thin, and not only have y'all loved each other, but you've loved your kids and now your grandkids and your son-in-law and daughter-in-law, and you've poured out your love to us over and over, and we've never ever had a doubt your love for us, and for that I thank you. I also wrote down a couple of things just to keep me on track here of some things that I think of when I think about the two of you. One is opposites attracting. You're very different in some of your opinions, but that doesn't change the fact that y'all are a great couple together. I think that you bring out the best in each other. Along with that are your quarter bets. It always makes me smile. I try to get Chris to do quarter bets with me, but he still really wants to bet much bigger wagers, and that's because he usually wins them. Unfortunately, I have no money to give him, so it doesn't really get us anywhere. But I do like your quarter bets. I love that you always made priority vacations when we were younger, and that y'all still vacation together and go and do fun things and go on adventures together. And I think that's really neat. Obviously, a huge one, I kind of said this earlier, is how much you love all your grandkids. I don't know 2 people who love their grandkids more. So that's pretty awesome. The birthday group, of course, I thought of when I think of y'all in your 40 years. I think it's neat that y'all have that close-knit group of friends and what they've meant to all of us through the years. Traditions, y'all were always started when we were younger. You started lots of neat traditions and you've carried them through, and then you're carrying them on now, and even with our kids, and it's encouraged us to start traditions of our own, and so I think that's fun and something that's really neat. I guess we just love you and thank you for loving us and for the good example that you've set of what a married couple could and should be, and how to love just unconditionally and accept your family for who they are. And we love you guys and are excited that you're celebrating your 40th anniversary and look forward to many more years celebrating with you guys.
Indeed.
Congratulations, we love you.
Congratulations.
Mimi and Papa have been married for 40 years. Say yay, Mimi and Papa! Can you clap? Yay, Mimi and Papa! Hey, Bryony. Yes? You can't believe it? Oh, really?
Mimi and Papa, 40 years. Wow, I can't believe it. Congratulations, Mimi and Papa, for 40 years. Bye-bye. Happy anniversary. 40 years, that's awesome.
December the 2nd. I remember it was a beautiful, beautiful day and a beautiful wedding. But what I remember about the wedding the most was the fact that the little flower girl tried to climb the rose trellis. And finally, one of the bridesmaids got a hold of her hand and led her back to her station and kept her still for the rest of the ceremony. But everything turned out real good. I don't even remember the flower girl's name, but I sure remember her trying to climb that trellis. Okay, Mother.
I remember getting the trellis ready. I got one of the roses that was on it. I got to looking for it. I keep it out where I can see it a lot. I just remember that it was such a beautiful day, and the bride and groom were so handsome and so beautiful. I loved Debbie's dress. She chose a fabric that I had never thought of for a wedding dress, but it looked beautiful on her. And I don't think that she could have looked better no matter what she had on. She was beaming so and just so happy. It was, I remember it was just a wonderful day. We all had so much fun, and we wanted to learn to love Dan as much as we did her. I think that is about all I can remember.
Happy birthday.
A happy anniversary.
Hi, Debbie and Dan. We're gathering together again to wish you a happy anniversary.
Happy.
We can't believe that it's been 40 years. Time flies when you're having fun. Congratulations. Two people met a long time ago, fell in love, and after all these years are still together. It's just amazing. What do you got to say, Steve?
Well, they wanted to know anything about Debbie and Dan before they got married. Well, I didn't really know Dan that much before they got married. I do remember Dan coming in the summer, riding in on a motorcycle with his leather jacket and everything. And that was really different for me because I never knew anybody who rode around on a motorcycle all over the country. But that was the first time I remember meeting Dan, and I remember the motorcycle falling over, and I tried to pick that motorcycle up, and I just wasn't able to do it. So I was real impressed when Dan was able to do it. But we, of course, I've got the two sisters and two brothers, and Debbie and I growing up, we kind of had a love-hate relationship until I turned 16, got my driver's license, and she got that Pontiac Le Mans, and then it was more of a love-love relationship, I think. So, but we had a lot of fun, growing up, and like I said, kind of a love-hate relationship till then. And as far as the wedding, I hate this, but I just don't remember a lot about the wedding. But I kind of remember Dad making the cake and being all nervous about that, but other than that, that's about all I really remember about the wedding. So.
I remember that the wedding was lavender, kind of real light purple color, and that Debbie had told us a long time before the wedding that she wanted all the people in the wedding to have their hair up in curls, and I only have 4 hairs, so I had to wear a wig.
Thin hairs.
I wore a wig for a long time, growing my hair out, and then I bought 2 fake hairs, 2 falls, and my friend Jean McGill put my hair up here, and I had the biggest hair on the skinniest body of my life. And there are pictures to verify that, unfortunately. The thing I remember about Debbie and Dan is Debbie went away to college. She met Dan in Joplin at Johnson Bob, or at Ozark Bible College. Johnson. I'm getting my Bible college. Met him at Ozark Bible College, and he was a little bit older. Graduated, and they had some kind of a falling out, and they broke up, and Debbie was kind of miserable, and they got back together, and it's a good thing, because here they are all these years later, still together. Congratulations again.
Happy 40th anniversary, guys.
Who would have thought?
Just 40? We got 46. Happy anniversary, Debbie and Dan.
They'll never be as old as us.
We all love you.
Love you so much.
Take care. Love you guys.
Have a great day.
Bye now.
Here's our message for Dan and Debbie. We're at the beach. See, there's the beach. Wait a minute, Mama, I'm not filming you yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm showing them we're at the beach, but we're taking time to record a message for you guys. Mitchell,
Look at the camera. Say hi, Dan and Debbie.
you gotta talk a little louder.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie and Dan. Say happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. We're so glad that y'all come into our lives, and Debbie's my first cousin, and we've known each other a long time but grew apart, and when our children were little we got back together, and they're 2 of the sweetest people I ever knew, and I love them very much. And Melody and Jeremy and Angela and Leo and Mitchell and Tommy and I all hope you have a great say
happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Dan and Debbie. We hear that you guys got married in December of 1972. That's a really long time ago.
Yeah, we weren't even born yet. You guys are really old.
Really. So I guess a lot has changed in 40 years. 1972 there were hippies and home phones, and now we've got hipsters and iPhones. So lots changed. You guys have raised 2 beautiful children who now have grandchildren that are just gorgeous and so wonderful. And we thank you so much for the example that you've given all of us and for being such a great part of our lives even though you're so far away. So we hope that you guys have a beautiful next 40 years of your lives together. And we just thank you so much for being a part of ours. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, dear Debbie. I did it!
Yay! Okay, now wave!
Wave! Huh?
Hello, Debbie and Dan. We hear you have something special to celebrate.
Yes, 40 years of marriage. Your ruby wedding anniversary.
We send you our heartfelt congratulations.
And our very best wishes for many more happy years together.
Hey, Dan and Debbie. Happiest 40th anniversary. We just want you to know how very proud we are to know you guys, to have known you guys for, I think it's 34 years now. I just can't tell you how proud we are to call you our friends and to know you.
And so we're wearing glasses because we're so proud of them?
Well, truth be known, someday I may decide to run for political office, and we know sometimes these things come back to haunt you, like the 47% comment or the guns and religion comment by someone else we know, and that can come back to haunt you. So that's why the glasses. It has nothing to do with our feelings about you. It's just that perhaps my companionship with Dan could be looked upon in a rather unsavory way, should I choose to run. But anyway, 1972, December 1972, what were we doing? We were in Bryan College Station, just kind of 3 or 4 months into my final year of veterinary school, and we were lamenting the political situation that had taken place the month before in November of '72 when our candidate got so soundly defeated. That's right, George McGovern. We voted for George McGovern. I think we were only 5 people in Bryan College Station that voted for George McGovern, but we voted for George McGovern. And who did we vote for governor that year? Do you remember back?
I do. That would be Sissy Farenthold.
Sissy Farenthold. We voted for her over Dolph Briscoe in the Democratic primary, which at that time was the governor's election, but she lost to the more conservative Dolph Briscoe. So just to show you that we did have a liberal side at one time, which just gives proof to the old saying that, you know, if you're not liberal when you're young, you don't have a heart, and if you don't become a conservative when you grow up, you don't have a brain. So anyway, we'll move on past that now and go into some of our favorite memories of being with you guys.
Yeah, one of those is Christmas Day down at the Colliers.
Yep.
Clay and Tiff, Lisa and Lindsay, us being with Dan and Debbie, and that delicious French onion soup that Debbie made every year. We looked forward to those sweet times at the Colliers.
Yeah, sometimes they were kind of aromatic times too, because Dan, a lot of times, you were kind of cheap about things. Talk about me being cheap or Dave being cheap. You'd go out and cut these cedar trees out of somebody's backyard and put them in your house. I remember that one year you had that one. It was more of a cedar ball than it was a tree. And I think it was that year that one of my fondest memories comes about, and that is the day we were at Christmas, we were exchanging gifts. And I don't know if anybody else out there is aware of it, but Dan kind of likes to pull stuff on you and see how you're going to react. He'll say things to shock you, just to see how you're going to react. I don't know if he does to anybody else, but he does to me all the time. And only one time can I recall that I actually came back on him and shocked him, threw the curveball right back at him and got him. And that was when we gave him this mug, a mug like this, not this mug. It was a ceramic travel mug. That was before the days of cup holders in cars, so you had these travel mugs. Well, it was a ceramic, nice, pretty travel mug, and the bottom of it was kind of big. Whoops, losing them. And it had a felt or rubberized kind of coating on the bottom that was a non-skid surface. It was very smooth. And so Dan opened the thing up, and he looked at it, and he turned it over and saw this lining on the bottom, and he feels it like this, and he turns to me and goes, "Golly, that's really smooth. Feels just like Debbie's butt." And I responded without a moment's hesitation, "It sure does." And Collier got completely flummoxed. He was at a loss for words for about 3 seconds, which was, again, a small victory, but one I can recall. So anyway, the mug time.
Yeah. And then we also have some unusual memories that probably not too many people know about. We went on a Windjammer barefoot cruise with Dan and Debbie, and right after Carrie was born, I think. And we had an evening when it was wear what you were wearing when the ship went down. And Debbie wisely thought of a cute outfit. Dan wore the bottoms to his pajamas, and she wore the top, which is really cute. What was interesting was Debbie's interest in the guy who was just wearing a jockstrap.
Yeah, she was all into that guy. Yeah,
an older fella, kind of our age now.
Yeah, big gut on him, and she was impressed with that jockstrap and various things. But anyway, that was a good cruise, and we really had a great time. So anyway, seriously now, we'll get out of our costume. I know you did. It's a Sunbacks. Guess who? Anyway, we really are proud of having you guys as our friends for the past 34 years. Remember when we first met you there on Abbey Road, some of the first people we met in Round Rock, and developed a lasting friendship for all these years. And we've enjoyed watching y'all grow in your marriage and relationship to one another, and we are truly thankful to God for y'all being in our lives.
Yeah, you're very special friends, and we thank God that Carol Smith introduced us those 34 years ago, and we love y'all.
And no advice for the future. We figure if y'all made it this far, what are we going to say? Okay. Love you. God bless you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. This is Vince and Yvonne, and we would just like to say we've known Debbie and Dan for about 30 years, and we're really excited that they are celebrating their 40th wedding anniversary, and we just say that they are a wonderful example of love, kindness, patience, and humor.
Some of our most memorable times with Debbie and Dan are when the guys threw Valentine's Day parties for the girls, complete with a gourmet meal, music, and gifts. Dan would frequently entertain us at these birthday parties and the Valentine's Day parties with stories of daring intrigue and humor, while Yvonne and I and the rest of the gang and Debbie would sit quietly by and with restless anticipation of the end of the story.
So our recommendation for Debbie and Dan is to keep on doing what they do best for the next 40 years, sharing patiently their love and affection through good times and rough times.
And to close this video, we'd like to offer our congratulations on 40 terrific years of marriage and toast Debbie and Dan on many more years to come. Cheers.
Cheers, Debbie,
to Debbie and Dan.
Happy 40th anniversary from Sherry and I. Now it's the next 40 I'm looking forward to.
Hi, happy anniversary, Dan and Deb. Happy 40th. Have a great time.
Happy anniversary.
And wishing you many more years of happiness.
You're a lot older, but you still look good.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy anniversary, Colliers, from the Roberts.
1, 2, 3.
Happy anniversary, Dan and Debbie.
Hi, Dan and Debbie. From the bottom of our hearts, we wanted to wish you a happy anniversary. Love you.
Dan and Debbie, just wanted to say congratulations on 40 years. What a blessing you've been and how you honor God with your marriage. Just very happy for you.
Congratulations and celebrations when I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Congratulations and jubilations. I want the one.
Congratulations, Mom and Dad. 40 years. You've created a beautiful family with lots of love. Here's to another 40.
Congratulations.
That was good.
Gotta get this tie off. It's choking me.
Congratulations, me and Papa. 40 years. Wow!
I remember when the day we met, my heart skipped a beat, and all through the years you kept me right on my feet. No, I can't climb a mountain and I can't fly. No Superman am I just want to tell you, I want to tell you, I'm gonna love you till the day I die. Loving you ain't no mistake, babe. It's the way it's supposed to be. 'Cause you stood there through all my ups and downs, like an angel watching over me. No, I can't swim and I can't fly. To get to you, I try. Just to tell you, I wanna tell you, I'm gonna love you till the day I die.
Mimi and Papa. 40 years. Don't know the other people. Mimi and Papa. 40 years. That's a long time.
Are you recording? Hey, Bryony. They're celebrating 40 years. Where's Bryony?
Happy anniversary, Mimi and Papa.
A little bit nervous, as you'd expect, meeting my, at the time, potential in-laws. I'm not going to do it. You keep giving me these looks.
This is the point.
No, but giving me these looks.
I'm just staring into the camera.
Congratulations on your 40th wedding anniversary.
we really look up to the two of you and your relationship. We look at you really almost as mentors, and we certainly model our own.
I'm not very happy with my so should we just start again?
It's very important to me to have had you both as my parents and to be able to watch.
And just, it was a lovely welcome from you both. And to this day, it was my first visit to Texas to see Clay.
Why is that funny?
Too many firsts.
What?
First make first time.
I think the first thing that came to my mind was that you're the perfect example of opposites attracting. You both
Congratulations, Dan and Debbie, on 40 years as a very
Okay, so next on the list, number 103 of why I love y'all as a couple is you had two great kids, and you raised us well. We're both smart. We both have great spouses. We both have adorable, sweet, smart kids. And we're lucky to have y'all as parents.
I hope you have a nice day.